WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects: mathematics, English language, physics, chemistry, and biology, targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates on this station. Learners can also connect with ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.
Hello, welcome to ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. I'm very sure you've wondered that without a pillar in a house, the house can't stand. So today, we'll be looking at the pillar in organism. Come on and let's learn.
ECO Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
So, by the end of the lessons, you should be able to define skeleton, which is the pillar in organism, mention the skeletal materials found in organisms, name of the components of skeletal system, and state the importance of skeleton. What is skeleton? Skeleton is the bony framework of the body which provides support, shape, protection to soft tissues, and points of attachment of important structures in the body. Without this skeleton, animals may not be able to move or carry out what? Life processes. Don't forget, I said that without the pillar in the house can't stand. The pillar is the support. It's the same function as skeleton. Skeleton also supports humans to move. So the forms of skeleton. There are three forms of skeletal materials found in animals. Number one, we have the corticals. Number two, we have the bones, and we have the cartilage. Let's look at the corticals first. The cortical is composed of a protein substance called chitin. The chitin is a non-living material that allows organisms to go through the process called molting. Molting is the process in which organisms shed off their old skeleton to have the new one. The next one we're looking at is bone. A bone is a tissue and a major component of the bacterial skeleton. It consists of living bony cells, protein fibers, which is known as the collagen, and minerals, mainly calcium phosphate, and calcium carbonate. Examples of organisms with bones are what? Vertebrates, because we know that vertebrates are animals with backbone. So this is the picture of the bone. The next one we're looking at is the cartilage, which is the form of skeleton. Cartilage is a tissue found in the skeleton of complex vertebrates. I'm aware that most of you eat biscuit bone, if not all of you. The biscuit bone is known as the cartilage. It consists of living cells which include carbohydrates and protein fiber. If you look at this diagram very well, this white part is the cartilage. Now we're moving on to the types of skeleton. There are three main types of skeleton, which are hydrostatic skeleton, exoskeleton, and endoskeleton. Please, students, take notes. When you want to write the types of skeleton, please make sure you write hydrostatic skeleton. Don't just write hydrostatic only. So we'll be looking at hydrostatic skeleton. Hydrostatic skeleton is the type of skeleton possessed by soft body animals. They have fluid pressure providing support. Hydrostatic skeleton have the fluid pressure providing support. Examples of organisms with this kind of skeleton are the earthworms and the sea animals. Please take note, earthworm is a word. It shouldn't be spelled separately. Earthworm must be together. The next type of skeleton we are looking at is endoskeleton. Endoskeleton is the type of skeleton which is found inside the body of an animal. It is found inside the body of an animal. It exists in bony or cartilaginous skeleton. Examples of organisms that have endoskeleton are we have the toads, the fishes, birds, lizard, mammals. You and I, we have this type of skeleton, which is the endoskeleton. The next type of skeleton we are looking at is exoskeleton. This type is found outside or the external part of some animals. The external skeletal tissues enclose, support, give shapes, protect, and also enables animals to move. Examples of organisms with exoskeleton, we have the snails, we have the crabs, we have the insects. So what is the importance, or what are the importance of skeleton? Number one, it gives shape and support. Like I said earlier, without the pillar of the house can't stand. So it makes us what? It gives the body shape and it also gives us support. Number two, it enables what? Movements in the body. The joints, the muscles, and connective tissues work together to make us what? Move. Number three, it protects vital organs in the body. Number four, it helps in the production of the red and white blood cell through the bone marrow. These are the practice questions. I'll be giving you 3 minutes to take this. Welcome back. I hope you've tried to solve the practice question. Number one says define skeleton. These are the answers. Like I said earlier, skeleton is the bony framework of the body which provides support, shape, protection to soft tissue, and point of attachment to important structures in the body. Number two question says state 3 importance of skeleton. Skeleton provides shape and gives support to the body. It provides protection to delicate organs in the body. It enables living organisms to move from one place to another. Please, students, take note that whenever you see these questions, do not just write number one, its shape, its support. You have to explain what and where it is supporting in the body. Number 3 question says mention the 3 types of skeleton found in organism, an example of organisms that possess it. This is a 2-in-1 question. The types of skeleton first, we have endoskeleton, exoskeleton, and hydrostatic skeleton. Please don't forget to add skeleton to the hydrostatic. Then the example of organisms that possess them. For exoskeleton, which is the skeleton that it is found outside the body of an organism, we have crab, we have tortoise, we have turtle, and we have what? Snake, and so many more. For endoskeleton, which is the type of skeleton that is found inside the body of the animal, we have man, you and I as an example, we have bird, we have dog, and many more. For hydrostatic skeleton, we have earthworm, we have tapeworm, and many more. I hope you've learned one or two things from today's lesson. If you have any contributions, any comments, you can send it to our social media handle that will be showing on the screen. Till the next class, bye.
Acing your WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO Candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects: mathematics, English language, physics, chemistry, and biology, targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates on this station. Learners can also connect with ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.
Hello students, welcome to ECO Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. In our previous class, we discussed the meaning of skeleton, the forms of skeleton, the types of skeleton, and we also likened skeleton to be a pillar. We said without a pillar of the house can't stand. So the pillar in our body is the skeleton. Today, we'll be looking at components of mammalian skeleton. Let's go together.
ECO Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
The components of mammalian skeleton can be divided into two, which are the basal skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The basal skeleton is made up of the skull, vertebral column or the backbone, the ribs on the breastbone, while the appendicular skeleton is made up of the limbs, the girdles, which are the pectoral and pelvic girdles, and the forelimbs and the hind limbs. The mammalian skull. The mammalian skull is the skeletal framework of the head. It is composed of bones or cartilage, which forms units that protect the brain and some sense organ. Do not forget that when we are looking at the forms of skeleton, we said the skeleton comes in three forms, which is the bone, or which are the bones, the cartilage, and the cortical. So the mammalian skull is composed of the bones or cartilage. It consists of 30 separate bones that grow together during development to form a solid case protecting the brain. The mammalian skull is made up of several bones, which are sutures. The major bones of the skull are the cranium, or otherwise known as the brain box, which holds or contains the brain. We have the facial skeleton, which supports the nose, the eyes, and the muscles of the cheek. Then we have the jaws, which are made up of the upper jaw, which is known as the maxill, while the lower jaw is known as the mandible. This is a diagram of the mammalian skull, and you can see the different labelings alongside. What is the function of the skull? Number one, it protects the brain and some sense organ. It gives shape to the head. It protects vital organisms in the head, and it bears the teeth which aid the grinding of food. Do not forget that we are talking about the pillar of our body, which is the skeleton. So number one function is it gives support, and it protects the brain and some sense organ. Now take a look at this picture, students, very well. You can see that this is a skeleton of a rabbit divided in a different section. You can see the skull, you can see the cervical vertebrae, you can see the thoracic, you can see the lumbar, you can see the sacra, and you can see the caudal vertebrates, which will be leading us to another subtopic or another part of the basal skeleton known as the vertebral column. Please, students, I want you to take note of this particular subtopic, because for WAEC and NECO, almost every year in our practicals, we are always having to provide the lumbar or the cervical for one thing or the other during our practicals. So the vertebral column is also known as the backbone. Don't forget that vertebrates are animals with backbone, and there is no how we can talk about vertebral column without mentioning backbone. It is the central supporting structure of the skeleton. It is made up of 5 groups called vertebrae, and the singular form is vertebra. In mammals, there are 33 vertebrae altogether, while in rabbits we have 46 vertebrae altogether. The vertebrae in mammals are divided into 5 groups. We have the cervical vertebrae, which is found in the neck region, and there are 7 in numbers. This figure is in man, not of rabbits. We have the thoracic vertebrae are found in the chest region, and they have 12 in number. I remember the 2019 WAEC question that says, or 2021, sorry, that says that mention the different types of vertebrates and their numbers in mammals. Please take notes. The lumbar vertebrae are found in the upper abdomen, and they are 5 in number. The sacra are found in the lower abdomen, and they are also 5 in number, while the caudal vertebrae are found in the tail region. Let's quickly go back to our diagram. As we said earlier, the cervical vertebrae are found in the neck region. You can see it here. The thoracic vertebrae can be found in the chest region. Then the lumbar can be found in the upper abdomen. The sacra can be found in the lower abdomen, while the caudal is found in the tail region. So, cervical vertebrates, which is found in the neck region, are 7 in number. The first cervical vertebrate is called the atlas, while the second is called the axis. This is a picture of the atlas, which is found in the neck region. The function of this atlas is that it allows the head to nod. It allows or permits the head to nod on it. This year's WAEC question, this question came out for the practical. Now, what is the function of the cervical vertebrae? Do not forget that the atlas and the axis are found in the cervical vertebrae. The next one is the thoracic vertebrae. The thoracic is found in the chest region. There are 12 in numbers, and it aids the attachment of the ribs. That is one of the functions. It aids the attachment of the ribs, and it also assists in breathing alongside with the ribs. You can see this is a diagram of the thoracic vertebrate. You can see the neural spine and the neural canal, all shown in this diagram. Please take note of these vertebrates, the numbers and their functions. Most times in WAEC and NECO, it comes out for our practicals. The next one is the lumbar vertebrate. Lumbar is L-U-M-B-A-R, not L-U-M-B-E-R. Please take notes. We mark spellings. These are found in the upper region or upper abdomen region of the body. It provides attachments for abdominal muscles. They are found in the upper region in the body. It provides attachments for abdominal muscles. There are 5 in numbers. We have the sacral vertebrate. They are found in the lower abdomen region. It provides support, rigidity, and strength. They are also 5 in numbers. Then the last one, we have the caudal vertebrate, which is found in the tail region of an organism. In man, there are 4 in number, and here is the diagram. You should have learned 1 or 2 things from today's lesson. So these are the practice question that says you should list the skeleton that forms the axial skeleton. Number 2, what are the bones of the vertebral column? Number 3, state 2 functions of the skull. This number 1 question is always coming out in the WAEC for the practicals and also for essay. List the skeleton that forms the axial skeleton. So let's do it together. Axial skeleton is composed or is made up of the skull, the vertebral column, and the ribs. Number 2 question says, what are the bones of the vertebral column? Don't forget that the bones of the vertebral column are the cervical vertebrae, the thoracic vertebrae, the lumbar vertebrae, the sacral vertebrae, and the caudal vertebrae. And number 3 says, state 2 functions of the skull. It gives shape to the head, and it protects the brain. I hope you've learned from today's lesson.
Co-Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
If you have any questions, any comments, any contribution, you can send it to our social media handle that will be showing on the screen. So we meet again. Bye.
Acing your WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the Co-Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects: mathematics, English language, physics, chemistry, and biology, targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch Co-Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates on this station. Learners can also connect with Co-Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. Co-Learner Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.